MPP for say. Nanti wo mama MPP for no say ne kura nyina ya MPP. De wa mo beka ana nkrofo yo de ane kura nyina MPP. Me bat ye si baby di tobo ngomo di anuma ko bu agwe ni pa kura mu bu ya wa de wa aboa. What one ne dai obi abu agwe wa demonstration. Bibi a mo si MPP for na ye de say ne ye woni pa wo mo woni pa che mo di a. Ane ye fe mu nsore so. Ndi mama so ntimi a we nya bon eno ase me na me ka ye so me boa. No nya amadi obetimi betena ho no hwe na mere wa ye mobo. Akwie chan me tetafo na me baton fish ewo asafo market ya me be wa no hwe me da bia no pa me so dia o ye ntiama me awia ne ama me eto ajufu anwuma so ni asebo me efiri se dum so ba me ba no fish adaka duasa ne akoto agu kwa eti na me ba no nya sika ma me na me de didi efira no pa ba me ni di yo eno ani bodo se hwan ana mbedu ha ma to bidie me ba nya sika ma me wo bo so ante ese di adwuma no nya dum so abro wa de me na ye nyira firi dum so me tia si me de me sumu ho ne mu ya ansa me da fom biri mama adai adi ani ya ma ya wa abro wa ti ma me wa ntse me a mama bi huna ma ni sei me te mi wa demonstration me kon ma kwa kama sam so a kire mama no hu mi mabo na dum se wonya na me ba ti me tan fishi wonya sika ma tari ani adi ana ma ba bibia ne be se NDC for na sei MPP for say nanti wo mama MPP for no ne say ne kura nyina ya MPP de wa mo beka ana nkrofo yo de ane kura nyina MPP me bat ye si baby di tobo ngomo di anuma ko bu agwe ni pa kura mu bu ya wa de wa aboa what one ne dai obi abu agwe wa nya demonstration bibi a mo si MPP for na ye de say ne ye woni pa wo mo woni pa che mo di a ane ye fe mu nsore so ndi mama so ntimi a we nya bon eno ase me na me ka ye so me boa no nya amadi obetimi betena ho no hwe na mere wa ye mobo.
5 months arrears, 4 years of doom, so 3 weeks no water. Too many strikes. La 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 la. And the death goats in the front seats. 5 months arrears, 4 years of doom, so 3 weeks no water. Too many strikes. La 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 la. And the dead goats in the front seat. Fall on your knees, oh ye generator noises. No light tonight, no light. So charge your phones. No light tonight. No light. So charge your phones. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Jews on New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Jews on New Year. Doomso bells, all the way. I know go shut for before you see the strikes. Doomso bells, all the way. I know go shut for before you see the strikes. Opening cassette 24 before Ukuro. Why shall we leave the any of Brown? Who are what somebody back in our own deal with Yamaku? Who are going grass the hour
Indeed, we're going into the era of energy security because with...
So you haven't fixed it yet?
We fixed it. We're going into the period of energy security. I mean that the period where we can suffer no such reversal.
When will that period start?
From 2017.
January 2017?
No, with the 10 field, you know, I went and tendered about for the 10 field. Sometime next year, we should see about another 70 million standard cubic feet of gas, you know, coming into Etuabo. And then end of 2017, the ENI field will start. And sometime in 2018, we should have 150 million standard cubic feet of gas.
So by the end of 2017, we should be fully energy sufficient.
By the end of 2017, we should be energy sufficient. By end of 2018, we should have excess power to be able to export that power. Because by 2017, we'll have about 70 million standard cubic feet from the 10 field. By 2018, we'll have 150 million standard cubic feet of gas from the E&I field. The total subscription we have in the West African gas pipeline is 120 million standard cubic feet. So it means E&I is going to give us much more gas than we have subscribed for from
So we'll have enough gas to power our plant.
So we'll have enough gas to power our thermal plants. We'll even still need additional gas if we can get it. And so all the other work that is going on is important towards making sure that we have enough gas. If we take Jubilee and 10 and E&I together, we're talking, you know, of about 300 million standard cubic feet of gas.
And all of these...
And that should produce about another 2,000 megawatts of power, in addition to what we're producing already. Already we're producing a little over 2,000 megawatts. And so if you add another 2,000, that's 4,000 megawatts. That's far more than Ghana needs.
So we should look at all of that and call it Muhammad Duam?
No, we all do. Indeed, we're going into the era of energy security because with...
So you haven't fixed it yet?
We fixed it. We're going into the period of energy security.
Patients are suffering, students are suffering, traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering, drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering. You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. Seeing a stability return to the exchange rate. In fact, for the year, the cedi has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was rand. We have arrested it. and the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested. That John Mahama is a nice man. Oh yes, he may be a nice man, but he's a nice man who you give the economy. Very soon you cannot get teacher training allowance, you cannot get nursing training allowance, you cannot pay your children's school fees, you cannot get a job to do, agriculture will be declining, electricity prices will be going up. Is this the sort of nice man we want? He may be a nice man, but he's an incompetent nice man. The economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. A view that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using the...
We will restore stability and inclusive growth in the economy, and we shall rejuvenate the almost collapsed banks and the financial sector. And this will involve sweeping reforms at the Bank of Ghana, because the central bank itself has been a part of creating this problem. I'll create the foundation that will ensure that Ghana will never suffer such a deadly debt management program that threatens to send our elderly people holding government bonds to an early grave and wipe out the investments of the Ghanaian middle class. I'll prioritize local participation in the banking, financial, telecoms, mining, oil and gas, agriculture, manufacturing and construction sectors to generate more jobs for our youth. The Ghanaian young men and women we interact with on a daily basis and their colleagues in other African countries are simply tired of the jobless GDP figures. We will actively attract viable and serious private sector investors to partner government to invest in the productive sectors of this country for more jobs to be created. I will advocate strongly the return of investors who have left because of the poor management of this economy by NPP. We will restore stability and inclusive growth in the economy, and we shall rejuvenate the almost collapsed banks and the financial sector. And this will involve sweeping reforms at the Bank of Ghana, because the central bank itself has been a part of creating this problem. I'll create the foundation that will ensure that Ghana will never suffer.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that came. Riding says the Munina Ewo Yesu Demo. Mamma have you and a Jumo and Comoho. If you come on, you be brave. Na I'm on a boss of Kakra, and so Yababo and so baby Biano. Just fasten your belt and get ready. About Yabakajatum, Edibishim, Edibishim, Edibishim. See who Yanni Chrono. Okay, so my father sema a dom and pimpim. I am mote yanka ene away. And I think it's just right. Say away ye pay a year tribute kakra. Edema yenya a year koda. Ye pay tribute kakra. Let's do this.
Guide me on that great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. Hey. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me where I bow. Singers, help me say, guide me on thy grace, Jehovah, pilgrim through.
We've seen the cardinal sin of the Fourth Republic, which is the disenfranchisement of the people of South. For one whole term, they've not had a member of parliament. But even if we put that aside, the people of Ansah North elected a person to represent them in parliament. This government has manipulated the judiciary in such a way that they've injuncted the member of parliament for Ansah North. So even though he's the elected member, he cannot perform the duties of an MP. That is a gross injustice, and it's an affront to our democracy. But I want to assure the people of Ghana, and I want to assure the people like J.Ch. Kwesin, that is our member of parliament for Ansah North, that when NDC comes into power, we are going to clarify that constitutional provision that compels them to give up their foreign citizenship before they contest elections. a country's human resource is its best resource. And we happen to have about 3 million of our citizens abroad. They've acquired experience. They've acquired different talents. And why would we have a law that says that if you want to come and be an MP in Ghana, you must give up your other citizenship? Meanwhile, we have a dual citizenship law. We're going to clarify it. They can come and stand for parliament. They can come and hold office in Ghana. They don't have to give up their other citizenship to be able to hold those offices. And MPP Ebedin Tro say moto abama mia meba free SHS no metwam and no no de year campaign meanwhile Tro if we say free SHS do 2016 any shall say there shall say any day students. Like I said, day student be our school be a untiafe. And you say Afia Airba 2017, September 2016 academic year no, you the borders back home. And this Afia no, you the 140,000 boarding students. Eka free SHS no. If we say Constitution, let's say we should do it progressively. Ain't not yeah progressive. Every year near the Biakon, every year near the Biakon. Kopim say ye back of Obia. And almost on Bayano immediately. Immediately